All right, welcome back to Building Dad Bod 2.0. We're going to talk about weighted McGill pull-ups here in a minute, but first we're just warming up with some sled pulls into high rows. Did 4 lengths of the track back and forth doing this. Then transitioned with some extra weight into doing just low rows. Same thing, 4 lengths of the track. It was just for warm-up. Then we're going on to just some body weight pull-ups, warming up with a really narrow neutral grip. Just trying to figure out what feels best on my forearm here. I've been dealing with this nagging forearm injury. I want to get back to doing pull-ups, doing McGills, weighted McGills, but I don't want to aggravate this injury. So I got the body weight warm-ups out of the way. Now I'm going to hit 1 set of weighted McGills just with 25 pounds, see how that feels, and then if that's all right, we'll go up in weight from there. All right, 25 pound narrow grip felt really good. So now I'm going to go up to 45 pounds. All right, 45 pound weighted McGills. That's going to be my starting point. Start hitting McGill pull-ups again. I've been dealing with a forearm injury. As long as I don't go pronated, can't do pull-ups like this at all. Neutral, chin up grip. Supinated, works well. So I have no idea what my max is. I'm going to figure that out next week. I don't feel like maxing out today. But I'm going to start with 6 sets of 2, 45 pounds, back on the McGills. We're going to see where I can get my pull-ups to. All right, so as I said, next week I'll figure out where my max reps are with a narrow neutral grip. I never do pull-ups this way, so I have no idea how many I can do. Feels strong there though. Feels pretty decent on the forearm. Thing with McGills and how I originally hurt my forearm was I was doing heavy weighted McGills, 75 pounds. When you're doing that, trying to be explosive, you really have to focus on initiating the movement with your scaps. I lost focus on 1 set with 75 pounds, just yanked really hard, all forearm. And I don't know, still haven't figured out. That was February. I'm not sure if I tore something or just strained a ligament really badly. But anyway, still a lot of pain to do anything overhand. So that's why I'm going to start just with 45 pounds and slowly build my way up from there. I don't want to push it and end up doing this arm in any worse, so I can't do pull-ups at all. So we'll start the McGill weighted pull-ups officially next week with my max reps in mind. We'll do it for probably 6 weeks again, and then we will see where my max pull-ups are at the end of that. So after that, we moved on to some pull downs. Again, here neutral grip. Don't do anything pronated on pull downs. 170 pounds, so just under my body weight. I'm 177 pounds right now on the cut. A little bit of body English on there, just trying to do them explosively. And then after that, we move on to some narrow grip pull down. So these are much more controlled. Trying to get just a massive stretch at the top on these and then a good contraction at the bottom. If you've never tried an underhand grip on pull downs like this, these cable attachments are awesome, but just you won't feel a stretch like this doing pull downs any other way. Yeah, the stretch is absolutely insane. So I'm trying to get that big stretch at the top and then pulling down nice and controlled to my chest. Just honestly, this is my favorite way to do pull downs. Just will light your upper back and your lats up like crazy. When you're at the top in the stretch, feel just all the fibers in your back feel like they're ripping apart. It's a great feeling. You can see at the bottom during the contraction, all the muscles are just rippling like crazy there. Great back builder. After that, we're going to try doing some rows, 140 pound rows. So I did a set. The first set I got the plate mates on there, 130 pound dumbbells. I got the plate mates double stacked and they were falling off. So did the only logical thing, hockey taped them on. So I was really happy actually with this set, 140 pounds. Again, a little bit of a cheat on the way up, big stretch at the bottom. And then after that, what I did was went to single arm cable rows. So these are much more controlled. Still trying to be explosive on the concentric, but then a nice slow eccentric into a really big stretch. Nice thing with these single arm ones is you can really turn into the side that you're working and get a massive stretch in that lat. Just kind of let it pull your rate back to the machine as much as possible. I don't let it bottom out on the machine, so I just keep it in that stretch, constant tension the whole way. And I do these fairly high reps, about 15, 16 reps is where I was at today. I'll slowly up the weight and drop the reps a little bit, but I don't want to go below 10 reps on these. Want to stay controlled and just really isolate each side of the back with a big stretch. Obviously, you can get a way bigger stretch doing single arm on these than you can doing both arms at the same time, because you can, like I said, you can turn into the stretch like that. If you haven't done these, again, absolutely great back builder, great for hypertrophy. There's just a little shot of the upper back with a bit of a pump. Lots of work to do to still add more mass there. Obviously, we're in the cut right now, so not going to be putting on a ton of muscle in the cut, but probably going to do a month of hypertrophy after the cut. Month to 6 weeks, and then I'm going to really start hammering the powerlifting again. Finishing up with a superset. So I got this Vulcan tricep strap, and I'm absolutely loving it. It's good for so many exercises. $26 off Amazon in Canada. You can't get anything for $26. So starting with just high rows, kind of not quite a face pull, a little bit lower. Got the cable stacked, adjusted up as high as it'll go, because I'm going to superset 3 exercises all from this same position. So doing high reps on the high rows. Same thing, really lean into that stretch at the bottom, and then contract back as hard as I possibly can, basically trying to get my shoulder blades to touch each other. I know that's not possible, but that's the kind of the cue that I have in my mind. And then after that, we're going to go right into some lat prayers. So it's the first time I've done it with this Vulcan strap, so I kind of hit the top of the machine a couple times. I got to find my sweet spot for doing these, but super comfortable with the strap. Felt really good. Get a massive back pump after doing the high rows into these. And then after these, I finish up with one more exercise, so very similar to a lat prayer, but more upright. So we'll see that in a second here. Again, just doing these as many reps as possible. Whole goal here is just to get a massive back pump. All right, so here we go. We did the high rows, lat prayers, and now what we're going to do is more an upright version of the lat prayers. Only when you do them upright like this, really feel them just right around your scaps and into your rear delts. My rear delts were absolutely on fire by the time I finished this. So that's the back workout. Didn't do any deadlifts. The plan is to do deadlifts on my upper back day now, but after being in that accident, I'm still resting my spine for the rest of the week as far as compression goes. But I'm feeling a lot better as the week goes on. That's it for the workout. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.